congratulations. I loved House of Spoils, so I can't wait for everyone else to see it. So
Thank
excellent.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great, just in time for Halloween. I was curious, it's such a cool story, and as writers, in addition to directing, I was curious which elements of the story were maybe more heavily influenced, if any, by sort of your own personal experiences, maybe like the business venture part, the working as chefs part, dealing with a business that's a haunted house element. Love to hear more.
Yes, well, the story for us is very personal. We feel like we really connected with the journey of chefs as filmmakers. We kind of both started as camera chicks working on a lot of kind of scary sets with a lot of male testosterone energy, and we kind of had to toughen up and act tough and feel like we had to sort of prove ourselves. And I'm sure men feel the same way too. It's not just if you're a woman. And I think we really connected with this journey of being like, well, we went as filmmakers, and now at this point in our lives, we want to find our own way of leading, of finding our voice. You want to get the baggage and the self-doubt out of the way. And so we kind of ended up finding that the horror genre is a great place to explore, um, what the horrific elements of self-doubt and the corrosive baggage that we bring to things, and the journey that it takes to actually undo that and find your own way. So for us, that's what this movie is about on a personal level.
Well said, Bridget. We had a lot of daddies from the past that we needed to like move away from. And just we found that the witch metaphor was like really good for just sort of how you can see outside of yourself and see yourself as the sort of this like, whether it's something you're projecting or this internal sort of haunting of just like what you're afraid of coming off as to other people while you're trying to step into a role of power and wanting to kind of like invite that to the center of the story.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a very unique tale, but there's a lot of relatable, the Ariana's character. I think a lot of people are gonna relate to the kinds of things she goes through, going out on a limb with her own business. And so it's great. Yeah, I it's a great story. And yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful cast alongside her, and she leads the charge. And I spoke to her last week about the kinds of things she went through to prepare to be a chef, and I would love to hear from you what it was like working with her behind the scenes to create such an authentic, look for her, creating those menus and just being a badass in the kitchen and all that.
We knew with her dance background and her work ethic, we knew she could um, play a chef. We believed in her from the beginning, and she really took the craft super seriously. She did a lot of training. She really cared about getting the details right, and a lot of practices before shooting, and also in the breaks during shooting. So she was a beast. She took this role on and threw down and made the character her own. And we love that she brings so much of her own energy, her own ambition, her own swagger to this character. And we feel like she's another author of the role.
Yeah, it's wonderful performance by her. I'm such a fan. And I was curious, outside of House of Spoils, this is a wonderful addition to the Blumhouse, you know, category. Do you have a favorite Blumhouse movie leading up to this? Have you seen any of those other ones, like Megan or any of the other
Oh,
ones?
Love Megan.
we love Megan. We
Yeah.
love Megan. We just want to fangirl on Megan a lot. We think I feel like it's a perfect movie, honestly. No,
Oh
no.
yeah.
Yeah, it really knows what it is, and it's so fun. We also happen to share producers with Megan. So Adam Hendricks and Greg Gilrath of Divide and Conquer also worked on this movie, and they're lovely, talented people that can make a lot of different kind of movies happen.
Yeah. That's great. Do you watch any other like cooking TV shows or movies? This got me thinking like The Bear or anything on Food Network or anything.
I've had like a Top Chef like private addiction for a couple seasons, and actually the one in COVID like really was a really emotional season. But otherwise,
Probably watched all the chef's tables. Those were really
oh, chef's
great
tables.
arcs. Yeah, I read a lot of chefs' biographies too, working on this movie. Um, yes, I love the bear. I mean, it's interesting. We get compared to the bear in the menu a lot, but we started this project 4+ years ago, before we knew about them. So I really appreciate both projects. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Well, congratulations again. I can't wait for everyone else to see it, and it was nice to meet you.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.